Today marks 1 year since the horrific shooting in El Paso that claimed the lives of 23 people.
Among them was a young couple who died protecting their 2-month-old son.
Today, KENS 5 photojournalist Mike Vigil brings us a story of that young boy 1 year later.
El Paso Strong, a phrase born from tragedy to embody the resiliency of a community. El Paso Strong, a phrase with an impact much bigger than those 3 words. It's visible within the border city and beyond. Today there is a young boy who is a living example of El Paso Strong. His name is Paul Anchondo.
He's got a lot on his shoulders that he doesn't know yet, but he's a symbol of resiliency.
You may remember baby Paul as a survivor of the El Paso shooting. 1 year ago today, his parents, Andre and Jordan, died protecting him when he was only 2 months old.
He had broken 2 of his fingers, or just a finger, and he recovered quickly from that. You know, he's a miracle to be alive.
1 year later, Paul and the rest of the Anchondo family are still recovering. Andre's brother Tito says he would have turned 25 in June.
My little brother was my dad's favorite. We always would say that. And he's changed, you know, my dad's changed a lot. He tries to, you know, stay strong, but even to me, I mean, my brother was my biggest competition. You know, we would always one-up each other, and now it's like a void, you know, like who do I have to compete against? Sometimes I'm sitting and thinking like they're gone, and it seems like a joke. I feel like I could just call my brother up, you know, and it's not like that, and sometimes it doesn't even seem real.
Andre and Jordan were 2 of the 23 lives lost on the August 3rd tragedy that rocked El Paso. Tito says after losing his brother, he's found a renewed purpose, one that he hopes shines through in an upcoming documentary he's working on.
Unfortunately, you know, it took a tragedy for me to realize that I needed to, you know, spread this message of love, but I want these kinds of tragedies to stop and not have people have to go through a tragedy to understand that, you know, life is too short for us to be fighting amongst each other.
That renewed purpose also means helping care for his 1-year-old daughter, his parents, and baby Paul.
He's in good hands, you know. He's cared for, he's healthy, he's eating, and he's already walking. He's 1 year old and he's already walking. And he's a big Batman fan, and I think it's very ironic that he loves Batman, because Batman was an orphan, you know, and I think it's very symbolic of him to like Batman, and he says, Batman, Batman, it's the cutest thing ever.
While the recovery is difficult, Tito says he knows it's much bigger than him now.
We have to keep going, and we have to make sure, you know, now it's not even about us, it's about baby Paul and my daughter, you know, and that's what we need to start living for.
It's apparent the Anchondo family is an extension of the community. A community who 1 year later remains El Paso Strong.
I just want that spirit of, you know, El Paso Strong coming together, you know, uniting is something very important to me, and I want to spread that message.
Mike Vigil, KENS 5, Eyewitness News.
Tito says his documentary Triumph, Unidos en Fuerza, will focus on love and unity. It will be released next year.